Good morning, children. Welcome back to the English class. Today, we are going to start a new story from our Real English book. From our Real English book, we are going to start lesson number 6. Now, lesson number 6 is again a folk tale. We have done a folk tale earlier this year. Do you remember the title of this folk tale? Yes, it was a wise lesson. And a wise lesson was or is a Jewish folk tale. Today we are going to start What the Birds Said, and this one is a Chinese folk tale. Now, Chinese, of course, means it is from China. But what is a folk tale? I had told you when we were doing a wise lesson. A folk tale is something, a story which grows from the lives and imagination of the common people, the folk, and usually it is passed down from one generation to another by word of mouth or orally. And usually they tell us a lot about the culture of that country, the traditions of of that country, the culture and traditions, and the way they dress, the way they behave, and the lessons they want the people to learn. So now we have a folk tale, a Chinese folk tale, What the Birds Said. There are certain names in the story which are Chinese names, some things or practices which are common in China. So you will have to pay attention to all those things. The questions and answers are also thinking questions. So you will have to think and understand the story, pay a lot of attention while we are discussing the story. Now, a little bit about the writer. The writer Adele M. Field, she was an American missionary activist and a strong voice of the women's movement. That means she was a missionary, she did missionary work, a lot of social work, and she was very eloquent and very much in the women's movement of that time. She was also a writer, and she has translated a number of Chinese folk tales into English. And these stories translated in English have become very popular. And we have one of these, What the Birds Say. Now please take out your books and open on page number 40. Page number 40, I will read the story and I will also ask you to underline certain words while I'm reading. So you must have a pencil in hand and or a marker or a highlighter. This is a story of a young boy who had a special talent. Now, special talent is something which is different from the others, which most of us don't have. So, this boy was different, he was special, he was unique, that he had a special talent. And what was that special talent? That special talent was that he could speak to the birds and he could understand their language. Can we speak to the birds and understand their language? Not so much. Of course, if you have a trained parrot, the parrot can say some things in your language and those you can understand. But normally, we can't understand the language of the birds. Can you imagine having such a gift? We can't imagine, but this boy had. So we will have to imagine and think that this boy could understand the language of the birds and he could also speak to the birds. Do you think the boy would have had an easy time? Now, if you can understand the language of the birds and you can speak to the birds, will your life be difficult or will people make it very difficult? Maybe it is not difficult, but then the people make it difficult, or it will be easy. Easy, I don't think. Maybe sometimes it may be easy because if you can understand birds, what they are saying, you can maybe do certain things which will prevent a lot of damage or destruction. But normally people wouldn't believe what you say that the birds said, because they would think that you are lying. Now, this is the story of one of the incidents that happened to him. Now, this small boy had a special talent. And what was the talent? It was that he could talk to the birds and he could understand what the birds said. And what happened one day, or in maybe a few days, that incident this story talks about. Now, let us start reading the story and discussing it. Is everyone ready? A lad named Kong Hia Xiang. Now, Kong Hia Xiang is a Chinese name and a lad means a boy. So, there was a boy whose name was Kong Hia Xiang, who lived with his parents in the mountains. Because he was small, he used to live with his parents in the mountains. He understood the language of the birds. One evening, as he was studying, now he was at home studying, a flock of birds, that means a group of birds, came and sat on a tree before his window. There was a tree outside his window. They sat on that tree and they sang a song. Now, what was the song? Kong Hia Xiang, on the southern plain, a sheep awaits you by a heap of stones, a fine fat wether that the dogs have slain. You eat the flesh, and we will pick the bones. Now, what did the birds sing about? They called out to Kong Hia Xiang and they said that on the southern plain, there was a plain on the southern side, a sheep awaits you. That is, a sheep is waiting for you, but it was a dead sheep. Someone had already killed it. And they gave the exact place where this sheep could be found. The sheep could be found by means beside or near a heap of stones. There was a big heap of stones, and the sheep was waiting there for you. Now, why they sang this song? Because this family was a non-vegetarian family and they used to eat meat, and the birds told him so that he could get the sheep and get the meat. A fine fat wether is a male sheep that the dogs have slain. So they said it's a fine fat male sheep and the dogs have killed it. You eat the flesh, you get the sheep, and you can eat the flesh or the meat, and we will pick the bones. And a little meat here and there will be sticking on the bones, and so that would be enough for the birds. They said, you take the flesh, you eat the flesh or the meat, and we will pick on the bones, and we will also get food. Now they sang the song, and after that, what happened? Now, here in this song, you have to underline two or three words. First, in the second line of the song, please underline southern. Then, the fifth line, wether, which means a male sheep. And in the next line, the word slain. Slain means killed. Slain. Now, the next paragraph. Kong Hia Xiang went and brought the sheep home and cooked it for dinner. So Kong Xiang went where the birds had told him to go to and brought the sheep home, took the meat and cooked it for dinner. And they went off to sleep, of course. What happened the next morning? The next morning, a shepherd came. Shepherd is the person who keeps sheep, and he was the shepherd whose sheep was missing. So the next morning, a shepherd came and said that one of his sheep was missing. So he said one of his sheep was missing, and so he went around looking for the sheep. He had found blood on the meadow. So when he went to the meadow is the grassland where they take the sheep or the cow, the cattle to graze. He said he found blood on the meadow and he followed the trail. He followed the spots of blood. The trail means a track of marks, and here it was the blood spots left by someone, and this was left by the dragging of the sheep, and it had brought him to that house. And the blood spots or the blood stains ended at Kong Hia Xiang's house, so it led him to his house. Now Kong Hia Xiang said that he had brought in the sheep which was killed by the dogs. So Kong Hia Xiang said that he was not the one who had killed the sheep. The sheep had already been killed by the dogs and he had just got the sheep. The birds had told me about it. And he added that the birds had told him about the sheep and where he could find the sheep. Nobody believed him as they thought he made up the story. Now, this was not normally what any person would be able to do. No one can understand the language of the birds or speak to them. So, when he said the birds told him, nobody believed him and they thought he had made up a story. He had just formed a story or framed a story. He was taken to the prison, and because they thought he was guilty of killing the sheep and telling lies, he was taken to the prison. Now, in the paragraph I just read, please underline the word meadow, which is in the last line of page 40. Then we come to page 41. Underline the second word trail, then leave three lines, and in the fifth line, the word believed is there, so underline the word believed. Now in this paragraph you should have underlined meadow, trail and believed. Have you all underlined it? Good. If you have not been able to underline it, please don't worry, you can do it later. You can ask your friends and do it. While he was awaiting his trial, now he was in prison, he was awaiting his trial. Now remember, the spelling of trial and trail are different. Trail is a track of marks left by someone, and trial is when you go before a judge and you are judged for being guilty or not guilty. So here it is trial. While he was awaiting his trial before the magistrate is a judge, a bird flying eastward perched on the wall. So a bird which was flying eastward, flying towards the east, perched on the wall. It came and sat on the wall and saw him. And saw whom? It saw Kong Hia Xian and piped. It sang in a high voice. Because they knew Kong Ya Xiang could understand them, this bird started singing in a loud voice. Foes, again a song is there, so you must understand what is the meaning of the song. Foes approached the western border, banners, bows, and spears in order, while the gate lacks watch or warder. Now, this was a message for Kong Hia Xiang, which he had, of course, to forward it to the others, the people in authority. They sang that enemies were coming. They were about to approach the western border of the kingdom, the border on the western side of the kingdom. Banners, bows, and spears in order. Now, banners are flags the armies used to carry in those days. Bows and arrows and spears are again long sticks with something pointed. It's a weapon they used in those days. You can see in museums even today. So they are carrying flags, bows and arrows, and spears. While the gate lacks watch or warder, and this western border did not have a watchman, or a security guard. It was not watched or guarded. So the enemy would have come and easily attacked the kingdom. Now Kong Yashiang heard this song and urged his jailer. He pleaded with the jailer to inform the magistrate of the danger of the invasion. He pleaded with the jailer and told him what the birds had told him, and said that very soon there is an invasion on our kingdom, and it is from the western border side, and it is unguarded, so it will be very easy for the enemy to attack the kingdom, because the western pass or the western border or the gate on the western side was unguarded. Now, do you think the jailer believed him? No. The jailer did not believe in Kong Hia Xiang's ability to speak to the bird, and was also afraid of the magistrate. So, two things were there in the jailer's mind. First, he did not believe that anyone could speak to the birds, and secondly, he was afraid of the jailer, that if it is a lie, then the jailer is going to punish him as well. Now let us underline the words. While he was awaiting his trial, please underline trial. Then in the next line, magistrate. Then right below magistrate, perched. And in the same line, the last word, piped. Now we come to the song sung by the birds. First line of the song, please underline approach. In the second line, banners, spears, two words, banners, spears, and the last word of the song, warder. So in the song, you have approach, banners, spears, warder. Now 41 page on the right side, urged in the first line. Then the last word in the second line, invasion. And in the third line, unprotected. Now you leave one line, and in the fifth line, the first word is ability. Underline ability. Now I continue with the story. Please keep your highlighter and your pencil ready. So he decided to test the young boy first, because he was afraid that the magistrate would not believe him, and the boy may be telling a lie. So first he decided to take a test. And what was the test? He took some rice, soaked up a part of it in sweetened water. When you put something in water, it is called soaking. Put something in any liquid for something to make it wet. Here it was in water, sweetened water. So he had put some sugar, sweetened the water, and put half of the rice in sweetened water, and the remaining half, a part in salty water, a bucket of salty water and a bucket of sweetened water. He then spread the whole on the roof of a shed. Then he took all this rice, the salty rice as well as the sweetened rice, and then spread it on the roof of the shed of the jail. He brought Kong Hia Xiang and asked him if he knew why so many birds were chirruping overhead. Then he got Kong Hia Xiang and said, so many birds are chirruping, making a sound overhead. Why do you think they are so noisy today? Kong Hia Chiang at once replied that those on the roof were hailing those that were flying past. So he said those birds who were on the roof were calling those birds who were flying by, those birds who were flying nearby, and saying, and then he repeated the words what they were saying. Call a halt, here is rice fresh and white, half is sweet, half is salt, stop a bit, take a bite. And in the song, they were asking those birds who were flying past to take a halt there, to stop, and come there on the roof because there was rice which was fresh and white, and half of it was sweet because it had been soaked in sugar water or sweetened water, and half of it was salty. So the birds were asking the other birds to stop there a bit, to stop for a while and take a bite and eat a little rice and then fly away. Now the bird's song, when he conveyed it or repeated what the birds were singing to the jailer was convinced. Now he was sure that the prisoner could understand the speech of the birds. Why? Because this boy did not know what was on the roof. He did not know that half the rice was sweet and half was salty, and only the song of the birds told him all this, and he repeated it before the jailer, and so the jailer understood and believed that the prisoner could understand the speech of the birds, and therefore he hurried away to warn the magistrate. So therefore he went as fast as he could to tell the magistrate about the threat of the invasion, to warn him before it had actually taken place. He told the magistrate of the warning and the test. And then he told the magistrate of the warning of the birds, and also told him that he had taken a test of this boy, and after that only he had come to the magistrate. Now the magistrate sent a swift courier to notify the military officers. So the magistrate believed the jailer and sent a swift courier. Courier here means a messenger, a person who could take the message, a person who goes and takes a message, a fast one, a quick one, so that he could notify the military officers, so that he could go and tell the military officers, and a scout was sent out to the west. A scout is a person who collects information. So then another person, a scout, was sent to the western border to collect information about the invading enemy army. Kong Hiashiang's words were confirmed, and then his words were confirmed. They came and told the authorities that it was true, an enemy army was approaching the western borders. And so troops were dispatched to strengthen the garrison at the western pass. Now then, when it was confirmed, troops, that is more army, the soldiers were dispatched, sent to the western border to strengthen the garrison, to make that area stronger with a lot of soldiers on that side. Now, garrison is a place where soldiers live, and strengthen, of course, means to make it stronger. Now we continue underlining the words and then we'll go to the next page and complete our story. Now we come to what I read just now. He took some rice, soaked, underline the word soaked, and then in the same line the word sweetened. Then leave 3 lines and come to the fourth line and underline chirruping. Now in the next line, underline the word overhead. Now we come to the song sung by the birds. Underline the word halt in the first line. Then the first line in the next paragraph, underline the word convinced. In the third line, underline the first word hurried. In the fourth line, underline warning. The next line, underline 2 separate words, swift and courier. Underline them separately, swift one word and courier the other word. Then come to the next line and underline the first word, notify. Now in the same line, please underline the word scout. Then leave a line And after leaving a line, underline the word confirmed. And in the last line, there are three words. First word is dispatched, second word is strengthen, and the third word is garrison. Have you underlined all the words? I hope you all have. Now the last few lines on page 42. The invaders were stopped just in time because they had got this information, the message beforehand. They could send enough soldiers and strengthen that border. And so the invading army, the army which was coming to attack them, was stopped just in time. They were able to stop them from invading their kingdom. Now, the great service rendered to the country, the great service which Kong Xiang had done for his country, was acknowledged by the sovereign. The king, sovereign means the king, decided to acknowledge it by giving him a reward. What did he give to him as a reward? He was invited to study with the princess. Now, here the princess is with a single S. That means the sons of the king. And if it was double S, then it would mean the daughter of the king. So, he was invited to come and study with the sons of the king. Eventually, eventually, that means after he completed his studies, raised to a high rank. He was given a high rank among the nobles of the empire. Nobles are people who sit in the court with the king, who have a lot of land and name and money. So he was given a rank among the nobles the king had. Wasn't it a very interesting story? Of course, a little different, but then it is a folk tale, and it is, some things may be true, but then some imaginary things may also be added to it. So it is a very interesting story with a lot of interesting things which we may not have read before in any story. Now, what I want you to do is just read the story once. And in today's homework in the ERP app, I'm going to give today's homework. You please see the homework in the ERP app. Thank you, children. Till we meet next time to discuss some exercises of this lesson. Thank you.